what do you think a portfolio is? I'm going to pick somebody at random, and you guys are going to tell me what do you think a portfolio is? Hitesh Pandharkar?
Yeah, hi ma'am.
Hi, Hitesh.
Yeah. So portfolio is how you show what you've learned.
Okay.
So you implement your concepts or knowledge or whatever it is, and you do some kind of project or anything like that.
Okay, so
That
if
is
you
what
remove the
portfolio
word
is.
show from what you said, and say again what you said, but remove the word show.
Yeah. So implement your knowledge. How you can implement your knowledge. That is what your portfolio would show.
Yeah. So implement, that's great, but take it one step further. How you have implemented your knowledge to solve something. A presentation of those solutions is your portfolio. Is it a white paper? Is it an academic paper? Is it a blog? Are you running workshops? Are you teaching somewhere? What is your CV? What are the projects that you've worked on? Are they funded projects? Is somebody paying you to do that? Are you doing them on your own? And it's absolutely okay to do projects on your own. Okay, so that's that. But there are obviously projects like where you need ethical approvals and everything. So there's another aspect to this, which I want to ask you, Hitesh. Can you explain how a portfolio, a very successful portfolio, can be bad? Why would a very successful portfolio be bad?
I have no idea. Sorry.
So a very successful portfolio can be bad if it's irrelevant.
Intent, implementation, and impact.
Guys, somebody needs to mute the mic. I get really distracted. So a very successful portfolio is bad if it's irrelevant. So if I am a research psychologist, this is what I study all day, right? But no matter how many PhDs I get, my portfolio is not relevant to be a clinician, to be a clinical psychologist. How many of you are with me on this? So if you want to work in the future as a clinical psychologist, your portfolio should have relevant work experience. Writing a blog is not going to help you become a clinical psychologist. What you need to do is you need to apply to a local hospital. You need to apply to a local social work organization. You need to have a supervisor who is a clinician themselves. Okay, so that is a relevant portfolio. And no matter how you could be working at NASA, it's not relevant. So you need to design your portfolio. I recently was talking to one of my interns, and she told me, she was telling me how excited she is about her dissertation and everything. And I asked her a very simple question. Where do you want to work after you graduate? And she was like, I want to work with autistic kids. And I was like, then not write your bloody dissertation about autistic kids. So whatever assignments and everything that you do, you guys will at some point get a chance to choose your essay topics and choose your dissertation topics. That should be somewhat relevant to what you do in the future. It's okay that you don't know everything from the beginning, but there should be some sort of, a track that shows that you're aware of what you're doing. You're just not just jumping on anything that comes your way. So creating a portfolio and creating a relevant portfolio are two different things, two extremely different things. You want to write a blog, and you want to write a blog about, say, for example, schizophrenia. And then you should be able to apply that somehow. Are you raising funds for a schizophrenic, charity, schizophrenia charity? how did you apply your soft skills, your hard skills, your ability to gather funding? Collecting funding is a huge skill in academia. Researchers that don't get funding are not able to research much. They end up drifted in other professions or end up going to industry like I was. So that's something you have to understand. What are your hard skills? What are you good at? What are you getting good at? Can you do any extra courses? The second thing is, what are your soft skills? Who are you talking to? Are you even talking to the relevant people? When was the last time you wrote an email to a professor in your area of interest and told them, hey, can I volunteer? Which will help you, write about a project in your portfolio that I assisted this person. It doesn't matter whether you got paid or not. I cleaned data for them, I collected data for them, I edited drafts for them, I edited manuscripts for them. So that's how you build your portfolio. So you need to know, do you want to work with patients, or do you want to work in a lab, or do you want to work in the industry? So we will talk about this, about the industrial aspect and how not to be broke while you're doing all this. I'll take some questions. I'm sure I've stirred up a lot of thoughts in your heads.